All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Juli Inkster, one of the greats in the history of the LPGA Tour and one of our pioneer honorees for the week. We'll start out, Juli. We are here in your hometown, welcoming the LPGA back. What's it like to have your colleagues back here on your turf?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I think Sharon Heights is going to show very well on TV. It's a great golf course, tree-lined, kind of old school. So I'm looking forward to how these ladies play this golf course because I think it's pretty tough.
You were one of the players that has paved the way for getting us here today, getting the tour where it is now. From the time you started on tour throughout your career to today, especially as we celebrated the 75th last year, how have you seen the tour grow from the time you started out to where we are now?
Well, I mean, they hit the ball forever. I mean, they're just they're fine-tuned athletes. I just was walking up and down the range, and just the sound their ball makes is way different than our ball used to make. But you know, it's a game that's worldwide. You know, we have a lot of different nationalities on our tour. Most of us, we all went to college. You know, a lot of these girls now are just coming right out of high school and going to the Epson Tour. I think the Epson Tour is a great thing for growing your game and getting to learn how to travel and being with your peers. So I think that's been a great thing for the LPGA. But it's, I mean, it's a business now. I mean, we used to just play and you know, travel together and have dinners together, and now, you know, I think it's just kind of a little more individual. I'm sure had time to get to know some of the founders, to spend time with them over the years. What are some of the memories you have of some of those 13 women, the ones that you got to learn from during your young time on tour? Well, I was lucky. I got to meet a lot of them, but probably my biggest screw up is I called Marilyn Smith Patty Berg, and that didn't go over well. Yeah, I think I was a rookie, and she goes, "I'm not Patty Berg," and I'm like, "Oh gosh." So yeah, I learned my mistake quick, but you know, I got to play a little bit with Whit, and I played, you know, a little bit with. I got to watch Patty Berg give her clinics, and I look back on it, and those ladies were fearless. They would just go out and, you know, travel in a car, and you know, they had a flag if they had a potty stop, and I mean, it's crazy what they did to grow the game of golf. And here we are 75 years later, and I'm looking at the range, and it's amazing. And I reap that benefit. You know, I reap the benefits from, you know, Betsy King and Pat Bradley and Carner and Patty Sheehan, and I learned a ton from, and Lopez, a ton from them. And you know, I played a little longer in my career than most people, so I've gotten to know the younger players a little bit. But you know, I think that's the beauty of this game is you know, that your clubs don't know how old you are.
One last question from me before we open it up. You were kind enough to host the potential U.S. Solheim Cup team players down at Los Altos. First at your house for dinner, you, Pat Hurst, another great pioneer of her own game, Brandi Chastain, then out at Los Altos. What were your thoughts of those 2 days beyond the fact that the food was really good?
Yeah, well, Angela came up with me this idea that she wanted to have like a little team get together, but she didn't want it at a hotel. She wanted kind of a friendly atmosphere, and she asked if it'd be okay to do it at our house, and I said yeah, and I think it went really well. I think the girls really enjoyed it. I think Brandi had a lot of great topics about being a team, being a part of a team, and what that entails. I think they were all engaged with that, which I thought was pretty awesome. And then they played Los Altos, which is, my husband was director of golf there for a long time, and I think the girls really enjoyed it. It was very relaxed. They played a best ball and then an alternate shot. So I think it turned out just how Angela envisioned it. She's going to be an amazing captain. She's got great assistant captains with Paula and B. Lang and K. Mac. So I'm super excited to be there and watch him roll.
I saw you were watching one Austin Kim with particular interest in how she tees it up. What are your thoughts on Austin?
I think she's a great gal. I love her demeanor. I love her. She's got a great swing. She's, not flashy, just kind of goes out there and does her work. And, I think I did when we were at KPMG, no, we were at Chevron. We did a talk, and Austin then was a rookie, and kind of struggles. She was, she was very outgoing and open about the struggles of being a rookie, and now you look at her now, and she's. I think the sky's the limit for her. So, and I think I could see her confidence growing, which is great to see. But I'm a big fan of hers.
Awesome. We'll open it up for questions. Beth Ann, down in front. You have anything? Microphone's right in front of you.
Julie, sorry, almost spilled my Diet Coke there. Can you talk a little bit about your playing schedule this year and your own golf game and what you plan to compete in this year?
Well, I'm definitely going to play the USGA seniors, the LPGA seniors, and there's a best ball tournament that Pat and I are going to play. And then I might tee it up at Dow with Angel Yen, so that would be kind of fun to do. I haven't 100% decided yet, but I think it'd be kind of fun.
Is the competitive spirit the same as it ever was?
No,
when you get in that,
it's not even close. But no,
when you're inside the rope.
No, I mean I don't know. I love to play. It's not going to make or break my career if I don't play well. So I got Angel. I just ride her, and hopefully, I'm all about having some fun and enjoying it out there, and she's got some spunk, which I love.
All right, we'll go behind me to Sarah.
We know this is such a unique honor, I think, for this next generation of athletes to be honored in a way like we do at the Founders Cup. What does it mean to you to share this honor with somebody like Meg, who I know you two have been friends for quite a long time?
Yeah, Meg, she's one of my best buddies, and that's something that's grown over time. So we've been friends for probably 30 years, and even though she lives on the East Coast, we stay in touch, we talk, we communicate, and we both kind of laugh at the Pioneer thing, but. I'm glad they're honoring her because, Hall of Famer, and she's done an amazing job growing the game of golf and always out there and great with the fans.
We know you do a lot of mentoring of young athletes through the Inkster Award presented by Workday. Why is it so important to you to continue to act like a founder, even though you're playing more in the senior tour now?
I don't know. I just love the LPGA, and I think it's one of the best organizations in the world, and we stand alone. We don't get a lot of help, but we keep making it work. I think I have all my Inkster awards here, but Natalie Servasian. So it's kind of cool to see how this thing has developed with Workday and myself, and just kind of the mentorship that is involved with this. Seeing Jenny Bay at the Solheim Cup dinner, how her game has grown, and it's a big difference going from college golf to pro golf, and I just want to help them with that transition. They all have teams, they all have coaches, they all have that, but sometimes just another ear and another voice helps them out.
You talked about you reap the benefits of what the founders and the women of the 60s, 70s, and 80s did. How do you encourage those young athletes that you mentor to carry the mantle forward themselves and to really continue this tour into its next 75, 76 years of history?
Well, I just say, golf is kind of what you do. It's not who you are. And you got to, you're going to have some up days and you can have some down days. But, the fans are a big part of it. The sponsors are a big part of it. And the Pro-Am is a huge part of it. And I do a lot of emphasize the Pro-Am that it's not their day to practice. It's their day to be with the sponsors and be with the clients. And so that's a big emphasis on what I try to bring across.
These, I think, recognitions give you the opportunity to reflect a little bit, probably on your career and your playing days. Anything you've been thinking about in the lead up to this week, or any memories that you've recalled maybe to the Solheim girls on Saturday that you can share, I guess I should say?
No, I just, I've been very fortunate to have a great career, but probably the biggest honor was being the captain of the Solheim Cup, and not only captain, but playing for your United States, your country, and being there with 11 other gals that all have the same goal. And I don't know. I guess I was brought up that way. That I love this country, and I love representing this country, and I just kind of tried to convey that it's an honor. And it's a privilege to tee that ball up with and representing the United States.
Is it cool for you to see some of the women that you brought up in the Solheim Cup and like coach or even captain in the Solheim Cup now become captains and assistant captains themselves?
It's really cool, and seeing Stacy do it. Stacy was kind of my number one player for a couple years, and I relied a lot on her. It was never a dictatorship. I wanted feedback. I wanted to know what the players were thinking. Now Angela, which I think she's going to do a great job. She's very organized, super organized. Not like me, right, guys? but she knows what she wants. She knows what she wants from her team, and I think the team respects that. You gotta kind of lay out, this is what I expect from you, and don't throw them any curveballs. This is the way it's going to be, and go out there and enjoy it. I look back on playing, and I think a lot of times it was just so stressful. I didn't really get the chance to enjoy it, but the best part of being a Solheim, it's not the wins and losses, it's the dinners and the camaraderie and hanging out together with the caddies and practice rounds and carrying the bag, and it's awesome.
Last one, I promise. What does it take to win or even captain a Solheim Cup, U.S. Solheim Cup team overseas?
Well, your players have to play. I mean, that's one thing. But, I think where this team is, there's a lot of young players, and they don't know any difference. And I think that's a good thing, that they don't know they're not supposed to win overseas. And I don't know. I have a good feeling that our team's going to be ready to play, and they're going to be the underdog. I think they should be, and that's a very good place to play from.
Our next player who's going to be in the chair after you is Natasha Oon, one of your Inkster Award winners, one of our rookies, San Jose State grad. I know you had the chance at Media Day to talk some about your relationship with Natasha, but if you don't mind telling us a little bit about how you and even Brian have been there for Natasha over the last few years and help her get to where she is now.
Yeah, I mean, she's had a tough road. She played great in Epson finished second, was ready to come out on the tour, had a foot injury that really held her back. She ended up having surgery. And so it's been a journey for her, but, she played the last couple weeks on Epson, which I think was awesome for her, played well. I mean, she's got a ton of talent, and, Brian's helped her a lot, both on golf course and off the golf course, and I've helped her as also, but she's got a special place in the Inkster heart, and Lucy, our dog, loves her, by the way. So I'm just looking forward to her getting her journey going, because I think she's going to build, and I think she's going to be a great player.
Beth Ann, anything else?
Yeah, just curious. I was talking to Morgan last week about the tour needing a rivalry. And I was just curious, how much you think that adds to fan drama and interest to have a strong 1-2 punch?
I don't know. I don't really think we need one. I just think good golf should showcase it. I don't know. I never disliked, my rivalry. I never disliked. I mean, I wanted to beat them, and I love playing with the best players in the world. But I don't know. I always didn't ever want to lose a friendship over a golf game. So I don't put too much stock in that stuff.
Could be a friendly rivalry, though. No, just people going back and forth.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, not really. But I mean, yeah.
Anything else? All right. Well, thanks, Pioneer.
Okay,
You'll be
yeah.
honored over there in a couple hours.
Yeah.
You get your bonnet.
Thank you.
Thanks.